My name is Emily Johansson, and this is my weekly poster slash video on folk quilts. Exciting, right? Okay. So just for a brief history, quilts in America have traditionally been considered a pastime for women, so they can make something for their families, something artistic or creative. And while they were popular in colonial times, they kind of slowly started to lose popularity in the 20th century or going into the 20th century, possibly due to the frustrations of forced gender roles. I know that in 1920, women were given the right to vote, so this kind of goes along with that timeline of starting to lose popularity of things that are traditionally considered a female creative art form. And they did regain a little bit of popularity in the 1960s and 70s, by the way. So for symmetry in quilts, it's kind of unique and a little bit different than some of the other categories that were kind of options for this week, because it really is just up to the artist what they want to create with it. Obviously on the left it shows a lack of symmetry, almost none at all. It's really hard for me to find some symmetry in that, but then on the right, the artist chose to create a more symmetrical piece. It looks like it has both reflective and rotational symmetry. So yeah, here is just another good example that I think shows, again, reflective symmetry and rotational symmetry. Reflective on the left, rotational on the right. And for rotational, I mean, that could be rotated 45, 90, 180, however you want. And then this is the same picture from earlier, but I just think that it's a good example of how it's really up to the artist what they want to create with their quilt. So it doesn't always have to be symmetrical, but it is still considered a quilt. So yeah.